Welcome to the Disrespected Fathers podcast. I gotta find a better name for that than the Disrespected Fathers podcast. And we're not going to be on long tonight because there are a plethora of things I have to do. Um, Tonight, I want to ask you if you've seen the topic, if you've seen the headliner in on the video. The question is: are kids upset with the wrong single parent? It's a good question, and it's something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. You know, growing up the way a lot of us grew up, you see this all the time. Mother kicks out the father, or the father just ups and leaves. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. We don't know what got said in the moment. We don't know what he did. We don't know what she did. But we know something happened. All we do know is that somebody's mad at somebody for something else. And most of the time, I'll say about 86% of the time, the the father is the one being left out and separated from his kids. Don't care if it was something he did wrong, as far as him being infidelity, him having infidelity issues, or him uh, not uh, not being a good husband, or whatever it was. I think that sometimes you can get mad at the wrong parent. And I'm talking to the kids. You get mad at the wrong parent, you mess around and miss your blessings just because you don't know the story behind what happened behind closed doors. That was a grown person's that was a grown person situation. To me, it's the equivalent of you getting mad at a teacher because a teacher knew something that you didn't, but you decided not to go look it up and research it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk a little bit about why are a lot of these kids upset with the father who, for reasons unknown, has left. All right. And some of you guys might be in the situation, today, because I used to be. And and I'll say this about me. I love my kids. I love my children. And I'll say this, I wasn't in the best financial position to take care of them, but I did come get them every time I could, and that was a lot. I took my kids skating every weekend. I took them to a park every weekend. I took them out to eat every chance I got, and I just wanted them to be a part of me. I didn't, a lot of us, and I'm one of the statistics that got um, short-ended by a dad, or lack thereof, that didn't, that wasn't mentally competent, and wasn't the best. But small way, I'm thankful, and I'm not gonna bash him because that that's counterproductive. I'm not gonna bash him because again, I don't know. This guy had a mental illness, and it's still relevant to this day. His mental illness is still relevant to this day. But I'm glad I found a good foster family that took care of me. Shouts out to my foster parents. I had plenty of them. But shouts out to each and every one of them. Um, I will say this: you can get mad at your father, and you can call him. You can call him uh, illiterate, dumb, stupid. I hate you. I can't stand you. But there's one There's one key to all this. Your mama picked them. Your mother picked them. So this is what I'm talking about. See what I'm talking about? You have to look at your mother's choices. A lot of kids get embarrassed by the sight of their dad, embarrassed by the sight of their parents sometimes. A lot of kids get embarrassed by that. When my foster parents came to pick me up, I was super proud of that. I didn't have, and not knocking my mama because I love my mama, uh, didn't have that come pick me up from school and hang out with me type of relationship because I wasn't with her that long. But I'll say this: in the short time that I was with her, she made sure that I had the things that I I kind of wanted or something close to it. Bottom line is she tried. Bottom line is she tried. And uh, as a as a as a young man, I that's it's good enough. It's good enough, and you know I guess that's what a lot of people want. But I'll say this: you need to stop blaming your father. There's a song by this group called Intune that I used to listen to uh, every Father's Day. The song is called Happy Father's Day. And some of you kids need to listen to that. And I'm talking to the kids. Some of you kids need to listen to that because sometimes, again, there's this part in it. It goes, I don't know what something, but I know in life things change. Could have been just changed. Parents could have just grew out of each other, and that's hard to do. Back in the 70s and 80s, in the 60s, you didn't grow out of love with people. You were there, and they raised you. Gen X, we know what being raised by strong parents is about. And it could be the culture these days. It could be the culture. I mean, people becoming grandmas at 29 and 32 and stuff like that. That's a lot. That's an awful lot for a kid still, to me, being that young and being a mother and a grandmother all at the same time. When did I have my first grandson? Uh, 42 or something like that. I think I was 42 or something like that. Um, I think, again, that you need to start hearing your father out. You need to start listening to your father. And you mamas, and I'm coming back to you. You mamas, you need to stay out of their relationship. You need to stay out of their relationship if they're trying to build one. You got to let them build one. Dads, y'all need to stay out of the jail system if that's what you do. Uh, Dads, get out there with your sons. Get out there with your sons and train them right. Get out there with your sons because I've never seen, and I've seen this before. I've seen dads get a little bit angry that they have to take care of the kid just because, or come visit just because him and the mother's going through it. Y'all need to stop that. And I'm not gonna just bash the women. Dads, y'all need to get your grown man card, cash your grown man chips in, and let's get it in. Losing our young soldiers and soldierettes to the streets. Moms, I'm going to need you when the father comes by to pick up his kid and wants to put him in a program like football, MMA, basketball, and stuff like that, boxing. That's not your business at this point. That's not your business. You'll be quick to shout, I do everything for him. I do everything for him. Okay. Continue to do everything for him. Continue to do everything for him or her. Dad's coming through to show you that now he's on a path where he has time. He's trying to lend it to his seed. Again, I don't know what happened in life. I don't. I don't know what happened in life, but I do know this. If the father is trying to invest time into his child, that is no longer your business. Let them build their relationship up. Let them build their relationship up. I don't like the mothers that get in front of a judge and tell the judge he ain't done nothing for the child. This happened to me. That's happened to me before. But luckily, my daughter, she clapped back this time. She clapped back this time. You got to stay out of this relationship if they're trying to build a relationship. Some of y'all's like, the only reason why he is coming around now is because he know little man can go play football and go to college on a football scholarship, a basketball scholarship, an ROTC scholarship. Who cares? He's living vicariously through the child. Who gives a damn? He's spending time and pouring knowledge into his kid. Y'all wreck me with that. Y'all absolutely wreck me with that. The other thing is these kids have been so diluted with poison that you have given them. You will look on one of these social media sites and see this man enjoying his life with his new family. But you got the nerve to get mad at him and see how he don't want to care for you. See how he got there doing everything with his other family? No, that's because you left him out of the picture. You left this man out of the picture. And when the man was trying to spend time with you, and I'm talking to the kids again, when the man was trying to spend time with you, you listen to your poison mom. You listen to your poison and hateful mom. And now this man has a chance to be great and pour knowledge into somebody else. What have you got to be mad about? That's the equivalent of you going out for cheerleading practice. And I'm talking to the young ladies. That's the equivalent of you going out for cheerleader practice. And you get mad because they didn't pick you. When everybody else was willing to put in the work, but you weren't. You get mad because you didn't run out your last 5 yards in practice and it got noticed and they gave somebody else with lesser talent your spot. But that's another story. You get mad at that, but you chose not to give effort. You chose not to give effort because you let somebody else dilute your mindset on your dad. And then this is the part that irks me. This is the part that irks me. A lot of you, and again, I have to go at these mamas. A lot of you will trick and play on a father's heartstrings just to get something out of him. Hey, daddy, I just want to spend some time with you. And you'll play the game. You'll play the game for about a month or so. I'll say a month. I'll give you a good month. That gives you time enough to get wrapped around your daddy's heart. When you do that, your dad's all in. And this is what little girls do. I got three. This is what little girls do. They'll play on your heart, daddy, daddy. This, that, you get phone calls every day. You get all the sweet treatment, text, calling, checking on your grandma, and all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, it stops. Dad, I need my car bill. I need my car note paid. My mechanic can't fix my car. I'm $400 short, and they can't fix it. They'll fix it before it closes. The store closes or the mechanic shop closes. Dad, I need my phone bill paid. And when they get that phone bill paid, they don't call you. You don't call your father. So why am I paying for a phone bill? Why am I paying for a phone bill? And I am not in your call log after you get it paid. Hmm? Math ain't mathing to me. Math is just not mathing to me. Uh, Again, we'll talk these daughters, young ladies. You of all people need your fathers. If your father is not around, why don't you pick up the phone sometime to see what he's doing, to check on him and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. You don't know how far that goes. Start working on a relationship with your dad. I'm telling you some real stuff. Start working on a relationship with your dad. Don't get into this sheltered situation to where when you get older, you don't know nothing about boyfriends and girlfriends and all of that stuff, and you mess around and get pregnant by a loser that nobody knows. And then you're stuck because you didn't have your father's eye to watch out for you or how to watch for the hook. Help me help you. Help me help you. Little girls, I'm talking to you directly. You need your father more than you will ever know. You, of all of us, need your father. Sons, they do too. Sons, you need your dad too. You need that strong, positive male role model in your life, that assertive figure in your life, for the simple fact You see what they're doing to us in these streets. Yeah, things can happen. Things can definitely happen. But the odds of it happening when you're around your dad lessens quite a bit. Quite a bit. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I don't know if I covered everything. Uh, Later on, we get the official podcast hooked up correctly. We're going to start doing call-ins and things of that nature. And if anybody doesn't uh, doesn't have a problem calling in, I'm 100% here every time. Once again, this has been the Disrespected Fathers podcast. We'll see you next time.